Welcome to Resource Grinds, your in-depth guide into resource farming in Fallout 76. In each episode of this ongoing series, I'll be focusing on a single resource, breaking down its availability by workshop, mining, scrapping, and camp placement, if applicable. Along the way, I'll provide additional tips on how you can maximize the yield of your farming efforts, so you can focus more on playing the game and less on collecting materials. In today's video, I'll run through all the different ways you can find acid, a very uncommon material that's crucial to have on hand if you plan on smelting down any collected ore or need to make any type of ammo requiring gunpowder. While trying to find a stable source of acid may initially seem challenging, there are a surprising number of sources for it if you know what to look for. On a quick note, while I normally cover mining availability for a given resource, acid is one of the few resources that can't be mined, so I'll instead be going through the different events that offer the highest yields of acid instead. But with that out of the way, let's get into it. When it comes to farming acid, the best place on the map to do so is the Hemlock Holes Maintenance Workshop, located in the northwestern extents of the Toxic Valley region. Here, you can build 3 acid extractors, along with accompanying sources of 10 power each, to produce a combined total of 60 units of acid per hour. Just make sure to visit the workshop at least once every 30 minutes, as each extractor has a capacity limit of 10 and will stop generating new acid if not emptied after a half hour. Outside of Hemlock Holes Maintenance, you can find acid in the abandoned Bogtown, Federal Disposal Field HC-21, and the Monongah Plant Yard. At these locations, you can build a single acid extractor to produce up to 20 units of acid per hour. While that's only a third of the acid that you'd receive when compared to Hemlock Holes Maintenance, these workshops can definitely be viable options if you're also looking for other resources. For example, the abandoned Bogtown is a great place to farm concrete, Federal Disposal Field HC-21 is a great source of nuclear material, and the Monongah Plant Yard is a great location for building up your supply of fusion cores. Along with a selection of standard junk items, a notable number of different organic materials collected from specific types of enemies can be broken down into acid. These materials include hive paper and honeybeast wings, bloodfly glands, blood bug proboscises and echir sacs, I think I'm saying that right, stingwing barbs, torn mothman wings, and floater pus sacs, specifically those found on floater gnashers. You can also break beeswax down into acid, but this material is only available from beehives found in Helvetia during the Foshnot Day celebration. While we're on the topic of enemies, many types actually provide acid in its base form without the need to break anything down. Specifically, you can directly loot acid from cave crickets, snallygasters, grafton monsters, and yogwais. Outside of enemy drops, several everyday junk items also provide acid, the highest yielding of these being hallucinogen gas canisters, bags of chlorine, industrial grade Abraxo cleaner, antifreeze bottles, coolant, industrial cleaner, and makeshift batteries. Notably, several bags of chlorine can be found in the Arctos shed at Scram Homestead, while hallucinogen gas canisters can reliably be found at Brotherhood Outposts in the Cranberry Bog in Southern Mire. Because acid can be found in organic materials or direct drops from several types of enemies, the best events for finding a lot of acid quickly are horde events featuring any of the enemy types previously mentioned. Not only will events made up of these enemies provide you with a fair amount of acid, but will also give you a guaranteed shot at a 3-star legendary item. Another great event for acid is the Irrational Fear event in the Mire. While protecting Beckham, you'll encounter several honeybeasts and yogwais, all of which will provide acid in some form. Also, if participating in the Scorched Earth event, make sure to check the corpses of downed enemies after the event, as several of the enemies spawned in by the Queen will contain acid. Finally, if you want to ensure that you always have access to at least some acid, you can strategically place your camp at the side of an acid deposit and build a resource collector on top of it, which will provide you with up to 20 units of acid per hour. Just keep in mind that an acid extractor has a capacity limit of 10, so you'll need to drop by your camp every 30 minutes to empty it out if you want to receive the highest possible yield. Appalachia provides great maps detailing exactly where to find acid resource nodes, which I'll provide a link to in the description down below. That's it for this grind. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button, and while you're at it, also hit subscribe and ring the bell if you'd like to be notified when future videos like this one are posted. I'll be back soon with another resource grind, but until then, and as always, for the Enclave.